All right, I think I got it the way I want it to be. Okay. Welcome back to Brian Sells Words. On today's episode, we are going to discuss the difference between Facebook ads and Google ads. Basically, use cases for a business owner, and really how you can deploy those to really maximize the effectiveness of a direct marketing campaign. So that's what we're going to discuss. Get you guys after the jump. Peace. We're back. Okay, so Google ads versus Facebook ads. And you can really swap out Facebook for any number of other social media platforms that have some kind of internal ad system in where it takes a post that you create and boosts it out, increases the audience so that you can get traffic that you aren't directly connected with. Facebook ads and Google ads, it can seem kind of daunting for a business owner. And the reality is, now I'm going to get off on a little bit of a commentary here, but I am going to circle it back. The reality is, when you're talking about Facebook or Google ads, I believe, and my experience is completely different. It's unique to myself and my experience with my business. Facebook ads are deceptively simple. They are created so that you can come in and create a post for a product or a service that you want from your business page and click boost post. And it keeps the options. You can go very bare bones and just say, I want to put $100 behind this and I want to advertise it to everybody within a 50-mile radius of my address, and click OK. And Facebook will do it. And it'll take your money and it'll allocate it and it will spend money to show those ads to everybody. And I mean everybody that's within that radius. Now, there are some people that actually have a perception of marketing where that's really an effective way to market, where you take your product or service and show it to everybody, whether or not it aligns with what they want or need or even matches what, advertising services that should be for homeowners to people that don't own a home and don't really plan on buying one anywhere in the near future. It's, in my estimation, in my usage, it's not a very good use of the system. And so in order to get the most out of your Facebook ads, you got to learn some of the back end stuff. You got to learn jumping into the business manager, go in, learn how to tweak the settings to really maximize the use of the Facebook ads. There's a ton of different ways that you can micro-target your audience. You can do it by age, gender, interests, geographic location. You can even get in some economic data. You can talk about people who are in the top X% of income earners. You can target it towards employees of specific companies, members of certain organizations. And so there's a lot of room for you to tweak the ad and really make it what you want it to be. Facebook is deceptively simple. Here's the thing. When you put a budget in for a Facebook ad, every time that ad shows to somebody, you spend money. Every time somebody clicks on it, you spend money. That's how it goes. And so if you have an ad that is really for a small segment of people and you show it to a broad segment of people, every time that ad gets clicked on or interacted with in some way, shape, or form, you're paying money for it. So your money gets devoured faster if you're showing your ad that's narrow, that should be really narrowed down to a small group of people, to everybody. You go through that money faster, and then you have to put more money in to re-up a lot more often. And so that's how that keeps the Facebook engine running. So Facebook ads are deceptively simple, but they can be powerful tools if you use them the right way and if you take time to go and learn the back end. And if there's enough interest in it, I can try to walk you through creating what I know about Facebook ads. I ended up paying for a course to learn Facebook ads, and it was really beneficial, but it was a huge, huge time investment because there's a lot under the engine once you start dabbling in Facebook ads. And the reality is, for a lot of businesses I interact with, even though Facebook ads can be a cheaper option, Google ads will probably bring you better quality leads, better quality clients. And I'm going to explain the difference here. We're here. Difference between Google ads, Facebook ads. Okay. Google ads, in my usage, have a higher intent. That means that people that go to Google are looking for answers. They type in they type in the keywords. If your ad links up with those keywords, it puts your product or service right there in front of them. And they can choose to make that decision on whether to come check you out or whether to keep scrolling. But people come to Google looking for answers. And if you position your business to be there to provide the answer that they're looking for, and your website set up in a way that is conducive for people to do business with you, where you have simple calls to action, it's not a labyrinth that somebody can get lost in. Your ad is really just attached to a page specific to the service that they're looking for. You can really create some conversions there. Whereas with Facebook is great for warming up traffic. It's good for building a relationship, getting people to interact with you one-on-one, and you nurture and kind of grow that relationship, cultivate the audience, provide them good information. You can add them to mailing lists and things of that nature, where you have newsletters that continue to interact with them and give them more information about your product or service, tell them more about you, so they really invest in you as an individual, and then you ask for the sale. Or you do the education piece where they're constantly finding out more and more and more about your product, and then when you've given them plenty of good, valuable insights about your product or about your industry, then you can go back and ask for the sale. That's what Facebook ads are great for. It's great for building relationship. People do not go to Facebook to be sold products. I know Facebook wants you to, for business owners, they want you to believe that if you put your money in, you're going to get a return. But the return on Facebook ads, in my experience, unless it's for a specific niche or you have your audience really clearly defined, or you have a huge audience that you've already cultivated and you can just offer value and offer products to them, people don't go to Facebook looking to buy stuff. And I'm even finding when I have payment portals that are connected to Facebook, people really don't trust Facebook like that to put their credit card information in. It's kind of a weird thing. Well, maybe it's not. I wouldn't say it's a weird thing, but people don't really trust Facebook like that to interface with it like that. They'll go to your web page, they'll go to your website, and if you have a commerce section or a place where you can take payments online, they'll trust that more than a Facebook page that's optimized to take money. It doesn't seem like people are really into giving Facebook that level of information. They're not used to interacting with Facebook like that. And so it's a little bit, from my experience at least, it's a little bit harder to make those sales directly on Facebook. I've done it, and I've had success doing it. But for a business owner that's just jumping in, if you have a service or product that's really kind of straightforward and you don't have to explain it, business, product, or service, I'll say, that's straightforward and you really don't have to do a lot of explaining of what it is, Google, it might be worth your while to invest in Google ads up front. And I will talk about costs and all that stuff, because the cost depends on on Google especially, the cost depends really on what you're doing on Google. So Facebook ads can be super precise. Like, you could be very precise with Facebook ads, where you can micro-target a very specific niche of people and really carve that out and serve them the ad, boosted post, whatever you want to call it. And if you have good ad copy, which is good words, and it's compelling and has a good call to action on it, you can convert a targeted market on Facebook pretty easily. But your stuff has to be lights out. Google ads are pretty simple. Once you get into the back end of them, you do want to do some education before you start plunking money down into Google. You need to educate yourself about the process. I've taken classes to learn how to run Google ads, but my experience setting up a Google ad was a lot more straightforward than setting up a Facebook ad. The reason why is, while Facebook uses a huge network of interests, Google really just focuses on keywords, search terms that people are looking for. You know, if you have a specific product or service, like say you're a detailer, you do auto detailing. As long as you put in auto detailing and you put keywords that are adjacent to people that are looking, you know, search terms that people who are looking for detailing might be interested in, as your ad's going to show to the people that you wanted to show to. It's that simple. Facebook, on the other hand, because you would have to literally find somebody who has an interest in auto detailing and then hope that just because they have an interest in auto detailing that they want to purchase auto detailing services from you. If you go to Google, type it in detailing or automotive detailing near me, you're looking for somebody to provide that service. If your company is listed as a Google ad and they like what you're presenting, that's a pretty short path for you to get money. And so Google ads have a higher intent than Facebook ads. Facebook ads are more versatile. Facebook ads, you can run all kinds of different iterations. There's so many different options you can customize a Facebook ad. You can even do one thing that a lot of business owners don't know about are lead forms, where they're literally just forms to collect leads for a product or service. You can roll those out on Facebook. I believe Google has them too. I haven't played around that deep with the lead form ads because the businesses I run them for, lead forms don't really make a lot of sense. But there are specific niches where you want to collect leads, and lead form ads are a great way. They're a great simple way, a low barrier way to get people to sign up for more information. But Facebook ads, you connect with Instagram. One of the things is they have optimized campaigning thing where you can type in a bunch of different taglines and a bunch of different headlines and put a bunch of different images in there, and Facebook will mix and match them, put them together, and then basically do the testing for you, where they test them, and the ones that get the best response are the ones that get the biggest allocation in your budget. It's really kind of a slick thing that they do, and it can save you a lot of time, so that you don't have to do a lot of A/B testing. You don't have to create a bunch of ads on your own, because Google, you can do A/B testing, but you have to create each ad by hand and go through and edit those. Now, that's the difference. It allows a little bit more flexibility on Facebook. Now let's get to the cost. Google ads, in my experience, are more expensive, but they offer higher quality clients. We get people that are interested in services. They are ready to do business. Period. They see the ad, they respond to the ad, and they take the action, whether it's going to the website, give us a call, shooting us an email, whatever we want, whatever we have listed on the ad, and they're ready to transact business and find out more. So it's a little bit what we call a warmer lead. Facebook, on the other hand, we still have to kind of warm people up, especially if a service that requires some explaining. We still got to do some warming up. And so it's almost worth the cost of paying up, because Google ads, people use Google all the time. Google is so ingrained in our culture that we use it as a term to search for stuff on the internet. And so Google's really kind of a ubiquitous thing. So you can go to Google searching for a specific keyword, and as long as a client can go searching for a specific keyword, and as long as that keyword aligns with what they're searching for, you can convert them pretty simply if you have all the other back-end stuff taken care of. And we'll do subsequent videos talking about how you can set up a landing page to make it look the right way for people to want to interact with it. I did a landing page video, but I want to take a deeper dive into the usage of a landing page. Now, how you can use them together, because that's important. There is a way to use both of these services together. And it's one that's specific to me. I've set it up before. We use Google ads to drive traffic that's interested in our services to the webpage. They go to the webpage, check it out. They may be interested. They may not have been, they might not be ready to buy, but they're interested. For those that are interested, we're running a Facebook ad underneath that identifies people that have recently been to our website and shows them an ad specific for that service right in their newsfeed. That is called retargeting. And it's a very powerful tool that marketers use for business, all over. If you've ever gone to a website and then logged on to Facebook and now that company's product is showing up in your newsfeed, you have successfully been retargeted. And it's not hard to do. And I'll explain how to do that in a subsequent video. I will do a retargeting video. But the too long didn't read what you do is you're going to go into your Facebook Business Manager, create a Facebook pixel. You're going to take that Facebook pixel, which is a bunch of code. Go, if you have access to the back end of your website, go in and inject it, I believe, into the header page. And this is a very simple way because there's more complex ways, there's more elaborate ways to do it, specifically if you're tracking specific conversions or specific actions on pages. There's a lot more to it. But the short and simple version is go to Facebook Business Manager, create a pixel, which is a snippet of code. You take that code, cut and paste it onto your website. Okay? Cut and paste it inject it into the header on your website, header code on your website. And then you're going to run a retargeting campaign. And that's a separate video. There's plenty of resources online that tell you how to do it. If you're interested, please leave me a comment and I will tell you exactly how to do a retargeting campaign because it's not very complex. But I want to keep this video short and to the point. You run a retargeting campaign. What that does is it shows you create the ad that you want to be shown to people that have visited your website that log on to Facebook, and that ad will pop up. You allocate a budget to it, and we've had a lot of success with people that were kind of interested in the product. We run the retargeting campaign when they log on to Facebook. Now they're interested and they're in our system. So that's how we roll with it. We also use Google Ads to kind of grow our mailing list because we have a specific call to action on one of our landing pages that offers a free session for a specific service if people leave their email address and join our mailing list. So we've grown our mailing list, and growing our mailing list allows me to send them newsletters, which has information about our business, information about our clients that we serve, and information about new products. And then, we roll out a mailing list. Right now, I'm trying to aim for monthly. As I get my systems a little bit more efficient, I'm going to probably be bumping that up to, every 2 weeks or so. Anyway, that's a lot of information, and I don't want to overwhelm you. So if there are any specific pieces of things that I talked about in this video that you want more depth on, please leave them in the comments below. And whether you're seeing this on Facebook, whether you're seeing this on YouTube, please leave me a comment. Let me know if this information is good for you. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this to everybody. I appreciate you coming back. I'm still growing this. I'm still learning this. But I really do appreciate your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Brian Sells Words. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.